Integrity guiding activities in the workplace leads to enhanced trust amongst workers within the workplace environment, and even as they interact with the public, it enhances the reputation of that organization.
If you have integrity in your workplace, most likely you have it in your lifestyle, also in your marriage, and in every other part. And it's something that's very essential in the Nigerian market.
Hello and welcome to Transparency Files, ICPC's weekly television program. I am your host, Murna Barnabas Atiai. Integrity in the workplace is an essential foundation for building transparent, accountable, and effective institutions. When employees uphold honesty, professionalism, and responsibility in the discharge of their duties, organizations are better positioned to serve the public interest and maintain trust. Workplace integrity involves doing the right thing all the time, adhering to ethical standards, and ensuring that decisions and actions are guided by fairness, transparency, and accountability. In both the public and private sectors, promoting workplace integrity helps prevent corruption, strengthens institutional credibility, and fosters a culture of responsibility among employees. Today on the program, we will be beaming our searchlight on workplace integrity and why it is critical to building a culture of transparency and accountability within organizations. Also coming up on the program is our youth segment and reports from our state offices. But first, let's join Joy Aja for updates on activities within the Commission. It's over to you, Joy.
Hello and welcome to this segment on anti-corruption stories. My name is Joy Aja. ICPC has secured a significant legal victory at the Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia, Abia State, in two separate suits challenging the Commission's statutory mandate to investigate corruption-related offenses. The court dismissed the suits filed by two former members of the Abia State House of Assembly, Honorable Kalu Chikwendu and Honorable Akugo Chukwudije, who had sought to restrain the Commission from inviting them in connection with a petition concerning their activities while in office. The suits contended that Section 28 of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000, under which they were invited by the Commission, was inconsistent with Sections 35 and 36 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. In its judgment, the court held that the Commission possesses the statutory authority to investigate offenses bordering on corruption and related matters, and that Section 28 of the Act is not inconsistent with the cited constitutional provisions. The court further held that the plaintiff's action amounted to an attempt to deploy the judicial process to shield themselves from lawful investigation. Accordingly, the court refused all relief sought by the plaintiffs, noting that granting such requests would amount to providing judicial cover against the lawful exercise of the Commission's statutory functions. The court also found the suits to have been initiated mala fide and awarded costs of 500,000 naira against each of the plaintiffs. The judgment has effectively cleared the way for the Commission to proceed with its investigation of the plaintiffs. In another development, ICPC, under its Constituency and Executive Project Tracking Initiative, has successfully tracked and verified the execution of 3 borehole projects in Ondo State, awarded by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency. The ICPC team carried out the tracking exercise alongside representatives from the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency and other accredited project management consultants. The projects were approved at the agency's tender board meeting held on November 20, 2024, and formally awarded on November 21, 2024, to Workman Network and Equipment Resources Limited. The contract, valued at 54,758,244 naira, inclusive of taxes, covered the drilling of motorized boreholes at the primary healthcare centers in Akure South, Ileoluji Okeigbo, and Akoko Southwest local government areas of Ondo State. ICPC's monitoring team confirmed that the boreholes were executed and are functional, providing much-needed potable water to the health facilities and surrounding communities. At the Basic Health Center in Ileoluji, Okeigbo, the primary health care officer in charge, Mrs. Ajiromoke Mercy, expressed satisfaction with the quality of work delivered. She commended the initiative, noting that the borehole project has effectively addressed long-standing water challenges within the healthcare and has significantly benefited the host community. ICPC reiterates its commitment to ensuring transparency, accountability, and value for money in the implementation of public-funded projects across the country. Through sustained tracking and verification exercises, ICPC continues to promote effective service delivery and deter corruption in the execution of government projects. The Commission encourages members of the public to support its efforts by providing timely information on the status of constituency and executive projects within their communities. That will be all on this segment. Transparency Files continues with Muruna. Please stay with us.
Corruption not in my country.
Hi. We are here for registration.
Can I have your number, please? 49. Number 2 just left my office now.
So,
It is number 3's turn.
are you saying I have to be on the queue? Do you know who you're talking to?
Our policy says we should queue. Madam, it is high time we started doing things right in this country. Next, please. Turn around. Turn.
Mr. Brief, you really need this money for a new pair of shoes.
That notwithstanding, I shall not be bribed. This is corruption, not in my country.
Stop corruption now. Corruption not in my country.
You're still watching Transparency Files. Workplace integrity ensures that employees carry out their responsibilities in an ethical and transparent manner. It encourages accountability, discourages misconduct, and promotes trust within institutions. Organizations that prioritize integrity often establish clear codes of conduct, accountability mechanisms, and training programs to guide employees on ethical behavior in the workplace. Mrs. Ese Okwon, FSI, sheds more light on the importance of workplace integrity and how organizations can strengthen ethical standards among their workforce. Let's take a listen.
Workplace integrity refers to the quality of being honest, transparent, ethical, and consistent in our dealings, generally as an individual, and most especially in the work environment. That's what workplace integrity is. And it's very important because integrity guiding activities in the workplace leads to enhanced trust amongst workers within the workplace environment. And even as they interact with the public, it enhances the reputation of that organization. As people get to know that, no, that organization is a zone that does not condone corruption. And so when people walk into such workplaces, they are conscious and they ensure that their activities are guided with integrity. Thirdly, workplace integrity is important because, for instance, take the public service in Nigeria as an example. We provide service to the public. The public look up to MDAs as organizations that help them get the benefits of governance. And so when there's lack of integrity in the workplace, the masses are deprived of the benefits of governance, and the grassroots is edged out because corruption deprives them of the benefits that they should enjoy from government. And so that points to the fact that workplace integrity is needed both in the public sector and in the private sector. If an organization has a policy of integrity, it puts structures and mechanisms in place to ensure that the organization stays free from corruption. And when staff are aware that there are mechanisms in place that will make them accountable, they sit up and ensure that they carry out their duties with transparency. But if staff in an organization know that anything goes, you can cut corners and get away with it, you can indulge in corrupt practices and go scot-free, people will jump in at such lapses and carry on with corruption. And over time, you find out that such lapses begin to show. In the private sector, you just see that some organizations just fold up because corruption has eaten deep and has edged away the fabrics that holds the organization together. And so it is very important that organizations stand against corruption and stays true to integrity for sustainability of institutions. First of all, in the area of enforcement, the ICPC goes after corrupt individuals in workplaces. They are investigated and prosecuted if found guilty. And then in the area of prevention, the ICPC has done a lot. The ICPC has established what you call the Anti-Corruption Transparency Units, what we call ACTUs in MDAs. They serve as the eyes of the commission. They check for corrupt practices in such MDAs and they report back to the ICPC. We have ACTUs in almost all the MDAs currently in Nigeria. The ICPC also initiated what you call the National Ethics and Integrity Policy. This is a policy that encourages Nigerians to stand up for values that are true, for values that over time will push Nigeria better in the ethical space and ensure that we occupy our space in the Committee of Nations as a transparent nation. The ICPC has also carried out and still carries out what you call the Ethics and Integrity Compliance Scorecard, where MDAs are checked to find out how they carry out their activities, in such a way that it's corrupt-free, and they are rated according to how, their activities are carried out. They are also advised to change their processes that encourage corruption. The ICPC also carries out enlightenment. We have town hall meetings, we organize workshops, seminars, symposia. These are activities that the ICPC carries out to enlighten Nigerians about, integrity in the workplace. The ICPC also has social media handles: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Ethics Pod, and the ICPC's website. These are also platforms through which the Commission enlightens Nigerians, against corruption. I want to end by saying that the ICPC has done a lot regarding encouraging integrity in the workplace. The onus lies on you and I and the listener out there. How well do you accept the initiatives of the Commission, of the ICPC, towards eradicating corruption in the workplace? Where you find yourself right now, do you speak out against corruption? Do you encourage corruption to continue where you are? Let's take a stand against corruption wherever we are in your workplace, at home. Ensure that you stand and say no to corruption so that Nigeria can be a better place.
Integrity. Integrity, the foundation of trust and respect. It's about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Honesty means returning what is not yours. Admitting when you are wrong. Accountability, owning up to your mistakes. Helping others when they need it. Trust, the glue that binds relationships. Passing on the values of integrity. Respect for others regardless of differences. Integrity unites us. In a world where integrity shines, trust grows, and respect flourishes, together we can create a better tomorrow. Choose integrity.
You're welcome back. This is Transparency Files. Young people play a crucial role in shaping the culture of integrity in the workplace. As a vibrant and influential part of the workforce, youths bring fresh perspectives, strong values, and the courage to challenge unethical practices. Embracing honesty, accountability, and responsibility early in their careers not only builds personal credibility, but also contributes to a more transparent and trustworthy work environment. We asked some young people this question: if everyone around you chose shortcuts over honesty, would you still hold on to your integrity, even if it costs you opportunities? Let's hear what they had to say.
Integrity is saying what I would do and doing it and being who I am and people knowing that about me. My yes is yes, my no is no, right? And it's something that is consistent across board. When you have integrity, you increase the trust people can have in you. So people can say, I can vouch for him because in this certain area, he will show himself. And also, it helps other people under you. They can model themselves after you because it's easier for people to see something good and learn. One thing about integrity is that it is something we work towards, meaning that you can either learn it under somebody or you can find a model, someone you look up to, and just learn from them. It's very essential in life. If you have integrity in your workplace, most likely you have it in your lifestyle, also in your marriage, and in every other part. And it's something that's very essential in the Nigerian market.
It's important for me as a youth to have integrity because it helps me to build a good character in a society. It makes people to trust me. It helps me to do the right thing. And it helps me to earn respect and trust in school, in the society, in the workplace, and anywhere that I find myself.
As a youth in Nigeria, it is important for you to have integrity. This is because it makes people to believe in you the more. Now, amongst your peers, you will be believed in. You could just wake up and say something, and before you know it, other people would, the news will spread. It will spread like wildfire that, oh, this person has integrity. Whatever he or she tells you, please believe it. That is one aspect. It is also good for a youth to have integrity because it somehow makes the person to have a solid foundation in the future because you see the person doing the right thing and without cutting corners, trying to go through the wrong way. So if you check it, this is beneficial to the person and to the society at large.
I am a Nigerian, a highly cultured race. My culture abhors corruption. And with my integrity, a new Nigeria is possible. I say no to corruption today to build a future for my children. Join me and imbibe the culture of integrity to build a Nigeria of our dreams.
And before we go, let us connect with our state offices for updates from around the country. Phoenix Apolaha is standing by to guide us through the latest happenings.
From Enugu State comes a report that the ICPC has inaugurated the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit of the National Orthopedic Hospital, Enugu. The resident Anti-Corruption Commissioner, represented by Mr. Nuhu Gabriel, charged members to uphold integrity, transparency, and accountability in the discharge of their duties. The oath of office was administered to the ACTU members, while Superintendent Auditor Douglas delivered a lecture on ACTU operations. Coming from Imo State, ICPC has inaugurated the Student Anti-Corruption Vanguard of the Federal University of Technology, Owerri. Speaking at the event, Deputy Commissioner Ms. Chinwe Egocha charged members to uphold integrity and serve as worthy ambassadors within the university community. Coming from Oyo State, ICPC has sensitized students of Anwa UI Islam Grammar School on the importance of integrity and the dangers of corruption. Ms. Babatunde Tayo of the ICPC urged the students to embrace honesty and avoid all forms of misconduct. The school management commended ICPC for the initiative, describing it as timely and impactful. And from Osun State, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has paid a courtesy visit to the ICPC office in Osogbo to strengthen collaboration with ICPC to advance anti-corruption efforts. The NDLEA State Commander Olayinka Joe Fadile emphasized joint action in public enlightenment, prevention, and capacity building. ICPC Resident Commissioner Olatunji Yusuf reaffirmed the Commission's commitment to prevention as a key strategy in reducing corruption.
And so a culture of integrity in the workplace contributes significantly to transparency, accountability, and improved service delivery. It also helps prevent misconduct, such as abuse of office, conflict of interest, and the misuse of public resources. As we wrap up this edition of Transparency Files, let us remember that workplace integrity is the cornerstone of strong and credible institutions. By upholding honesty, accountability, and professionalism in our workplaces, we can collectively contribute to building a more transparent and corruption-free society. That's our package for today's Transparency Files. For more information on the activities of the Commission, please visit our website www.icpc.gov.ng and follow us on social media at ICPC Nigeria. Thank you for watching this edition. My name is Murna Barnabas Atiai. It's bye for now.